Is your CV more than 10 pages? That's not impressive. It's overwhelming. See, employers spend just seconds scanning through your resume and they don't have time to read through the details. That's why they have to call you for an interview to actually ask you who you really are. And if you give them 10 pages document, do you think they have time for that? Stick around, because in this video, I'm going to take you through the tips that will help you enhance your CV and increase the chances of you getting the job that you're actually applying for. First things first, reduce the number of pages in your CV. Be concise. 10 pages is like a grant application document, and you're not applying for a grant. You're just applying for a job. And people really need to know you one-on-one. So what are you trying to do? When you make a single page document of who you are, you should delete all the irrelevant information like date of birth, delete marital status, delete. We don't care about your high school or primary school education. You don't care about that. So all irrelevant information, just get rid of it, and then have the most important information about you, like the latest educational achievement that you've done. Include your voluntary activities that you've also done. Include referees that are actually credible people, not people that when they are being called, they will speak negative about you. Include the most recent employment jobs that you've done. If you're straight out of campus or university, you've done some internship program, right? Put that one there as well. So the first thing is be brief, get rid of those irrelevant pages that are just filling your CV for no reason. Because when you make it concise, short, brief, then it will intrigue the employers to actually call you and have an interview with you, because they would like to learn more about you. But if you put everything in that document, people don't have time to peruse through that document and go through it. Use a clean layout. We have different formats of writing a CV. We have the Europass, which is for, international. If you're applying for jobs in the European countries, you need to fit in that category of how they apply for the CV, and that one is actually 2 pages. And if you can actually summarize it with that, you can actually fit that information within 1 page. Make it very clean. Don't put too much colors. Just make it, simple black and white document. Sometimes you can add your photo, but it's not that much advice to put your photo there. And if you put a photo, the photo has to be professional headshot picture. Not just a picture of you, taking selfies and, a very professional picture that is taken in a studio with proper lighting, a headshot that is done very nicely. Put it there, it's going to be good. Make it neat, a very clean layout that is simple with very direct information. Strong summary of yourself. Speak about who you are in line to the job that you're actually applying. You don't want to write a CV, you don't want to have a CV that is speaking about you being a janitor when you're applying for a job of, a videographer. It is very irrelevant, A CV of you being like a secretary in a certain office while you're applying for a job to, load goods in, trucks. Front office and luggage carrying, it's not even in related. You're applying for a job as a in a manufacturing firm while you don't have any skills in that manufacturing company. You've been, sitting, writing documentation. Unless you're applying for a front office, job, then that is, just give summaries of yourself. Very strong, precise information about you that gives you more chances to actually get that job. So that summary should have strengths about yourself so that people can be able to understand. The job market is so competitive, and if you do not want to stand out professionally, very strong, very, competent, then they will pick the next person who is actually explaining themselves better than how you're trying to do that. Show more achievements. Use numbers. How many years, how many awards how many recognition did you get in your previous engagements, whether it's volunteering jobs, whether it is, in your academics, whether it is in your previous job employments. How many achievements did you get? How many recommendations did you get? What milestones did you achieve in your previous engagement? So use those numbers to easily, capture that particular person. Because I would like to have somebody in my team, somebody who is actually bringing value, not a liability, not somebody that I'll be thinking about giving them a salary as I'm wasting my money, my resources. Somebody that is of value to my company, somebody that is of value, that is actually coming to teach more people. bringing more value. Somebody who has a bigger profile out there. Somebody who has achieved something out there. Not somebody who is coming to actually just occupy space for no reason. When you're writing your CV, you should actually use action verbs. For example, I led a team. Led. You are a lead in a certain department, right? I improved certain things in that particular institution. I created. You are a creator. You innovated something. You brought something that is, you changed how people are working in a certain way and improved it into this other thing. You created the department that does this and this and this. You initiated, so those action verbs are the ones those active verbs are the ones that are going to actually add more, positive information about you that will increase your chance of being hired in your next job. Lastly, you need to also do this. This is very important. Proofread your document before you submit. Before you save it, before you print it out, proofread it. Spelling errors, these are not things that you are going to joke around with. How you use your grammar. Even you can use Grammarly, those applications that you can be able to check your grammar to improve it. These are very important things that you have to also add to improve how your document actually looks professionally. Now it's your turn. With this information, I believe it's going to take you to the next level in terms of your document, your CV. You can now improve it and then go apply for more jobs and then come back and comment on this video once you get that job. See you.